Well, hello there, people. Hi, welcome to the Living Life with Laurie show, and I am Laurie Larson. So, how's it get any better? So, today, what are we going to talk about today? I hope my volume's good. I just realized I didn't put my headphones in the headset. So, we are going to see how this goes and how the volume is. Anyway, so today, what did I want to talk about today? Today is episode 2. How do you like my glasses? I love to have fun. And so we can just change it up sometimes, you know? And I wonder, I could put some other crazy things on there. There were some pretty crazy filters on here. So today I wanted to talk about something that I have just become really, really aware of, is that bodies love to move, like our bodies. Like these bodies that we live in, you know? And so I have just recently started, I purchased online this program called Body Groove. I guess it's not really a program, it's just a bunch of people dancing to music, and they just accentuate it, you know, they just do, you know, bigger arm movements to get your heart rate up, or bigger leg movements. And what I have found is I have a lot of fun with it. One of the things that I really noticed for me, if I'm going to choose some kind of movement for my body, is that I do like to have something that is structured, like as in I have someone to follow, you know, just sort of putting on music and dancing around the living room. I would do for like a couple minutes, and then I would sort of I'd lose track or squirrel or whatever. But I found that this really actually works for me, and I really like the way that this program is, in the fact that it's just in like little 4 to 7 minutes, like where you do something to a certain music and then you get a 20-second break, and then you do another, 5 minutes of something. And I love the variety. That actually suits my personality. I don't get bored that way. And I can do it as hard or as soft as I desire or can handle for that day. But I find that I actually really then enjoy it and stick with it. So one of the things that I've been noticing, like for myself over the last little while, like the last, I'd say 15 years or something, maybe even just 5 especially, I haven't been able to do, or haven't been doing a whole lot of movement, just due to having been diagnosed with an illness. It affected my, my joints. And so I haven't had a lot of ease with that. And so when I started to do some movement again, I was actually really surprised after that long of a time, how easy it's been since I started it. And anyway, since I started it, sorry. Hi, Tracy. And for people who are listening on the audio live, I am doing this Facebook live, so I get people commenting. But anyways, what I noticed with this movement is that, and something I didn't notice before, was to actually really pay attention to my body and pay attention to how I was actually feeling. Thanks. You guys like my look? My new glasses? You like my tie? Oh, it was just for you guys. Hey, Laurie. Thanks for playing. But what I've noticed with the body movement, so, it's so funny because I love to call myself out. I've been in this body for like 52 and a half years, and I've been a little slow to get some things, and one of them is actually the joy of body movement. So since I've been doing this body groove dancing / exercise / movement, I've been really being honest with myself and really being an allowance of myself, or like acknowledging how is it actually feeling to me. So I'm noticing while I'm dancing that I'm actually present with it, which is really cool. My mind isn't in 20 other places. When I'm done, I feel more alive in my body, and holy damn, have I slept good since I've been choosing this. Like, I don't know if you guys have heard, but if you move your body, it can actually help with sleep. How does it get any better than that? Again, I said I'm a little slow, sometimes extremely adorable, and well, you get it when you get it. So yeah, but I've been doing, I'm going to just show you guys, I'll show you this book. Look at that, it takes my thing away. Oh, no, it does. When I move out of the center, oh no, it's still there. Okay, so anyways, I love learning so many different things, and EFT, emotional freedom technique, is one of the things that I love listening to. I actually use it with myself when I've got something I'm trying to deal with. It's one of the things that my body likes and receives if I want to create change with something in my body. So there is this book called, I don't know, I might be backwards for you guys, but The Tapping Solution for Weight Loss and Body Confidence. And in this book, oh, look at that. Takes it away. Oh, it's a trick. So anyways, in this book, the author, Jessica Ortner, writes down 10 reasons why she exercises. So one of them is that when she's actually feeling stuck, like when she feels stuck in her life, if she's got a problem, she actually goes and moves, and she finds that if she moves her body, it actually helps the rest of her life to get unstuck. I mean, really, what's the relation? But everything is energy. You guys, since I've started doing this stuff, all of this stuff over the years, all this, I've realized that we're all energy beings, that even my water bottle is made of energy. You know, my iPod is made of energy. This tie is made of energy. And that when we move something, our body, our physical bodies are made of energy. That when I move my body, it actually moves the energy in my life and can create some unstuckness. Like actually when I was exercising the other day, you know, I was doing some, you know, great things. And all of a sudden I got the awareness of an idea to create something within my business. So, I mean, really, how does it get any easier than that? Huh? Second thing, movement is an expression of gratitude towards her body and all that her body does for her. And that's what I've been allowing myself. Like, I wonder how many of us like really hate exercise because number one, we've bought other people's points of view on how exercise is supposed to be, how it's supposed to be done, what you're supposed to do. Like my husband is kind of built like a gazelle, loves to run. Me, I run like an elephant. Ain't my thing. Isn't my body's thing. Is not fun for me at all. And he's not a fan of dancing. So I wonder if that's information for our bodies. Like not that there's not a one size fits all, in that we all love to, you know, that we should all jog, or that we should all jog every day, or we should all dance every day, or do yoga every day, or swim. I love to swim. He doesn't like to swim. You know, just, I wonder, like, that's what I love about questions. Oh my God. You know, when I started this show today, I was like, what am I going to talk about? And now I'm like, I could go 10 different directions. How did you guys get so lucky? So anyways, movement makes her feel more connected to her body. No kidding. Imagine that. So it makes her feel more connected to her body, and it's intelligent, and it helps her make better decisions and makes her feel like her best self. I have so discovered that for myself. I feel more empowered. I feel stronger. And you know, one thing over the last few years, I have actually had really sore knees. I've actually had them drained a couple times because I've had too much fluid in them. And I'm like, you know, what's going to make this better? Well, I've gone to the doctor. They've said, well, do these like exercises, you know, leg lifts and squats and stuff. And so I did it, and I didn't really notice a difference. But since I've been choosing something that's fun for my body, which is a key, I've discovered something that is fun for my body, which is this dancing. No kidding, I've done it 6 times in a week and a half. And would you believe that my knees actually feel better? Like, wow. Like imagine if you move your body in a way that's fun for you, that it's going to create more ease in your body for you. So I wonder what that is for you. Okay. Oh, here she says she's smarter and more creative when exercising. Point back to my comment I said earlier that when I was moving my body the other day, I got an awareness of something that I could create with my business. Hello? What are the possibilities as we're unstucking this energy? You know where I wanted to go with that. The energy. Okay. I was going to try not to swear on this one today. Movement is like a spiritual experience for her, a physical form of prayer or a moving meditation. And you know what I could find for me is that as I've been dancing, I'm more present in my body. I'm more appreciative of my body. I'm enjoying my body. And coming back to the gratitude that she brought up, like, how does it get any better than that? Now, this is really funny because I know, like, I mean, I'm sounding like, oh my God, like moving your body is just the best thing. Have I felt that way for the previous like 52 years? Well, no, I probably did till I was about 7. And then I bought into all points of view that, you know, number one, that you should sit still because you're a kid. You shouldn't, do this, or you shouldn't do that, or you're a girl because that's too expressive, or whatever that means about you. And now I've come to a place where it's like, this is our body. It's like, use it or lose it. Like this amazing thing that we are living in this lifetime. What a better way to honor it. And so, like, I'm just hoping that with what I recognized and am choosing, that I could inspire you to discover what your amazing body has to offer you. And let me know, like, how does your body like to move? Does your body like to run? Does it like to dance? Does it like to swim? Like, what's fun for you? I have a really good friend who's watching who likes to do Zumba, and she's pretty darn sexy when she does it. Right, Laurie? So, movement makes her feel strong, confident, beautiful, sexy, and like a force to be reckoned with. Well, yeah. Just perceive the energy of that. That's the thing that I've really discovered. Like when I used to exercise or move my body, I used to do it as a doing. I used to do it as something that you should do. I didn't have the awareness of actually perceiving the energy, and over the last 17 years, I've taken like a crap load of classes that have really tapped into the sort of spiritual, energetic, intuitive side of ourselves and our bodies. And what I've really noticed is that when I tap into the energy of something now, and really allow that to sort of be like an embodied experience, it's like I get that indicator of what's actually really true for me, what's really real for me, what's fun for me. And if I allow myself to sit and acknowledge that, then I have like this new information to move forward with on my life. So like last week when I did my very first Living Life with Laurie radio show, or Facebook Live, or whatever we want to call this amazing, way to express myself, I had so much fun. And after I was done, I actually sat with myself for about, just a couple minutes just to go, how did I feel after that? Like, oh, I felt really expansive. My body felt really light. I felt like I had more energy in my life. I felt more inspired. I felt like I wanted to choose more, to do more, to be more. And that was because I found something that actually worked for me, and that is working for me as an avenue of expressing myself. And so moving my body in a way of dancing, like with this body groove, is another expression of that makes me feel so alive. So, okay, number 7, movement helps her be in the present moment, which helps her feel at peace. Yeah, like what is that for you? Is it, You know, like I'm aware when my hubby jogs, like the presence that he has with it. You know how you can perceive the energy of someone who just loves horseback riding and they're just so present with it? Or I know even when I cook, you know, when I'm cooking a meal for my family or something, there's this presence that I have with it that again also makes me feel alive. So, you know, body movement is what we're talking about today, but you know, look in your life, like where are those other areas that you find that in? So number 8, movement is one of the ways she shows herself love. And so when she's exercising, she's reminding herself that she's worthy of her own love. And again, like I said, I love to read lots of different books and take lots of different classes. I just love the variety that's in this world. Dr. Joe Dispenza, he's got some amazing books and programs out there. And one of the things he says at the beginning of his meditations is love yourself enough to do this. And I will actually really tell you honestly that one of the biggest reasons why I wasn't able to perceive this awareness of what moving my body creates for me, like what I wasn't able to perceive before, was very largely because I actually didn't feel like I loved myself. I came from a very heavy space of judgment for myself, you know, judgment of how my body was, judgment of just, you know, how I thought, how I didn't think, what I was creating, what I wasn't creating, what I should be creating, what I shouldn't be creating, what I should have done, what I didn't do, you know, et cetera, right? And how come I haven't got something yet? And I should have got that sooner. And yeah, I'm sure you get what I mean. If you've ever experienced that, it doesn't help. So, and again, you know, you get there when you get there. And so what I love now is that I'm choosing this movement with my body because I actually love myself enough to desire to choose that. So how fun is that? Hey, I really love this look. I don't know. I just, you know, I'm loving the bow tie and the glasses. You know, I was going to get some new glasses. And do you guys, I remember back in, like when I had my first son, it was like 30 years ago. I had those massive glasses that were like windshields. And I thought, I would never wear those again. Well, what's out again? The big glasses. So I said I wouldn't get glasses again, but yet I'm digging this look. For you that are on audio, you guys are gonna miss out. So if you want to, you can go to my YouTube channel, you know, and you can see the video. And so number 9, movement makes me feel playful and energetic. True story. Yeah, that's it. 10, movement makes me feel powerful in a deep, authentic way. How does it get in? Oh, just about lost you there for a second. How does it get any better? Hey, Tammy, how's it going? So yeah, so I wonder, like, what is fun for you with your body, like for movement, and how do you like to move? Like if you put aside all the things that you've heard in the media or from doctors or from whatever, just what do you know when you ask your body, how would it like to move? You know, and again, you know, would it be dancing? Would it be, you know, you could have sex, you could swim, you could go for beautiful walks. And walks for me, they're kind of like, I'm not always sure about those. I kind of feel like I have to have a place to go. So I wonder if I, you know, tried walking with a different perspective. You know, I'm going to try that. I'm going to go out for a walk. Well, truthfully, like, I wasn't feeling well enough to go for a walk. Uneven ground would kill my legs. And things are so different now that, you know, I'm willing to take up the challenge. And, you know, when you want to do something, okay, so like I just got an idea, like for moving my body, going for a walk, I have a 19-month-old grandson. And I went, when I was at Costco the other day, I bought one of those, what are those wagons, those foldable wagons. They're really, you know, just for carting stuff around the yard. And I wanted to get that so that this way the next time he comes over, I can plop his little body in there and him and I can go for a walk, and that would be fun. So it's like, what would make it fun for you? So for me, I know that the movement with the video, doing the body groove videos is fun. I've got someone to follow. I've got different people that I can watch. I've got someone who's leading the show so I can just kind of follow. And I like that. That actually works for me. And I like being able to do it in my own house. That actually works for me. Like sometimes it is fun. I've done it in the past where, you know, I do a program where I've done it at, say, one of the local buildings, you know, or ag societies, or like within the counties where I live. And you could choose something like that. Sometimes it's really fun to be with other people. It becomes a social thing. And so just really knowing and acknowledging what would actually be fun for you and moving your body. I've got to say, honestly, I'm actually really surprised at how much I am enjoying this. Like before, when I used to exercise or move or whatever, it used to be, you know, okay, I've got to get this done. I've got to do it. And this place that I'm coming at from now is like loving my body, loving myself enough to do this or to choose it is such a completely different perspective. Actually, on, like I told you, I'll just show the book again. Jessica Ortner's The Tapping Solution, you know, the one for weight loss and body confidence. It's really very little about weight loss. It's just more about, you know, being kinder and sweeter to your body and the ways, you know, getting us out of the ways of judging this body that we're in. You know, oh gosh, I just got this crazy thought. So, you know, one of the things that I've been, you know, as I watch other people, I'm fascinated with watching other people. That includes myself. How people get along, or what we do, what we don't do, what makes us choose certain things. And like, do you guys ever notice the difference between men and women? So like, could you ever imagine, like, you know, when they did those commercials, what were they, Kellogg's or Special K or something like that, and they were doing commercials of where guys were pretending to like judge themselves over their bodies, and it looked ridiculous. You know, a couple of years ago, I live in a city, or near a city called Edmonton, and I went with my hubby, daughter, and son-in-law to an Edmonton Eskimos football game, and they were playing the Saskatchewan Roughriders. And this guy stood up, and he had a belly, and he had no shirt on. He had a big S on his belly, and he stood up, and he just, and a camera guy came and just like videotaped him. And he was so proud of himself. I'm like, how many women would do that? Like, oh, look at my belly, baby belly that I've incorporated, you know, that I've got after having 3 kids, woo, you know, or because of drinking too much beer. And actually, that's really funny. We went to Mexico earlier this year, and we were with a group of people. I think there was like 28, 29 of us. And this particular resort had weigh scales in the bed, in every room. So of course the girls were horrified. They're like, why would you want to even weigh yourself? And the guys, they're all talking about how great this is, that they can weigh themselves at the beginning and the end of the trip and have, and see how much they gain. Like, you know, and you know, really my point with that is, I wonder how much more love and kindness and, you know, compassion that we could have for these beautiful, amazing bodies that house us, that the being that we be, this being that is here in this lifetime to contribute to others, and how much fun, you know, we could have with that. Now, I'm not saying that the next football game I go to, I'm going to take my shirt off. Guys might like it, but I probably wouldn't, and I probably wouldn't rub my belly like that or really, you know, jiggle it in front of everybody. And I just wonder if we invited ourselves to having a little bit more love and more kindness for all the little bumps and jiggles and soft spots and that we have, and just have so much more like body confidence. You know, like, what would it take? yeah, like I wonder what else is possible with that. And in that, so, you know, I wonder if there's some spaces in your life that you could be or invite yourself to a little more kindness. I know that I'm choosing that more, you know, with having had health issues over the last, like, I don't know, seems like forever, you know, 17 years or something. You know, I remember them, you know, hearing people say it's like when you try to get pregnant, right? And you finally let it go and then you end up getting pregnant, like often, right? I remember thinking, because it would hurt with walking like every step, I'd be like, how do you ever get to the point of having no point of view or being in allowance of something, a discomfort that's there when you look in the mirror, a discomfort that you notice when you sit down, or a discomfort you notice because your pants are tight, or a discomfort you notice because, like with me, my knees or my feet would hurt. And I can tell you that you can get there, and it actually is possible. And it's really freeing to begin to see myself at something beyond just what my body is. Like, I also got the audiobook for this tapping solution book. And, you know, I've seen over the years where all I did was, like, everything that I was, or everything that was valuable about me was my body and how good it looked. So I was having a good day if I looked good, and I was having a bad day if I didn't. I was having a good day if I lost weight on the scale, and I was having a bad day if I didn't. And, like, I wonder if we could be our 90-year-old selves with ourselves. Like, what would my 90-year-old self say to me if I looked down and my pants are a little tight and I have a little roll over my belly, over my pants, which I do? What would she say to me? She'd say, babe, you got way more important shit to worry about than that. And actually today I was listening to, you guys have heard of Mel Robbins and the 5-second rule. Fascinating. I loved it. It's an audiobook. It's a book. You go find it if it pings through. You could even find her on YouTube and just watch some of her YouTube videos. Anyways, she was saying that she read a book, or she herself, I don't remember who it was, but interviewed like a whole ton of people that were like elderly people close to dying. And everyone that they talked to and said they wish they wouldn't have worried so much. Can you imagine if we didn't worry or think or criticize or judge ourselves and our bodies and our lives so much? You know, and we enjoyed the body movement and enjoyed this life. I posted a really cool thing to Facebook today. It was actually from Mel Robbins. I don't know if I could find it. Let me see if I can just quickly find it, because I would love to read it based on, let me see if I can find it here. I want to just hold on for 2 seconds. Just, it's like a commercial break, you know? Do, 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 do. So, okay, come on, Facebook. Okay, so life is amazing, and then it's awful, and then it's amazing again. And in between the amazing and the awful, it's ordinary and mundane and routine. Breathe in the amazing, hold on through the awful, and relax and exhale during the ordinary. That's just living. Heartbreaking, soul healing, amazing, awful, ordinary life. And it's breathtakingly beautiful. So on that note, folks, I'm going to say goodbye for today. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you, and chat with you next Tuesday. Thanks for watching, you guys. Thanks for listening. So grateful. My website is www.laurie, LAURIE, Bye-bye. See you, Tracy. Bye, Tammy. See you, Laurie. Thanks, guys.